What do I need to do with you? I need to digivolve you into Tyrannomon. But I'm not gonna get Dark and... I'm not gonna get Dark and Dragon experience. So actually, it might be better to just do this. Wikipedia is wrong. The Data Squad game is not a world game. I don't know what to tell you. According to Wikipedia, it is. What's your source? Minomon, by the way? Sneemon. The Japanese name doesn't have the word world in it. They might still have it listed like as part of the World franchise though, even if they didn't use the word world. Whoop. Pulsa. I'll defeat you, you're my enemy. Digimon World Data Squad. Wikipedia. Okay, if you go to the actual Wikipedia page of Data Squad, Wikipedia says that it's not part of the World series. So Wikipedia, classic Wikipedia moment, it actually contradicts itself. Okay, so it looks like it's not a World game. It is listed under like the other Digimon games, like a spin-off Digimon game. That makes more sense. There's a Digitomamon on my screen? When did that happen? Deadly Strike. But actually, where did this Digitomamon come from? Remember when we had a Debatomamon? Not the Holy Bolt. Digimon World Championship was also not a world game. The Japanese name is just Digimon Championship. That one I'm less likely to believe you on, but I'm gonna look it up myself. Because I played a very, very small amount of Digimon World Championship, and it plays like a Digimon World game, doesn't it? Like a default Digimon World game? Nope, Wikipedia once again says that it is not part of the Digimon World games. It plays a lot like the original Digimon World 1, I thought. But I only played it like for a couple of hours when I was very young because I didn't like it. Yep, also not a world game. Localizer's just like adding world to Digimon titles. Well, yeah, like, it's stupid that they do, but you know why they do that, right? Because I know why they do that. They do that because the first Digimon World, I believe, actually sold pretty well. So they would always, whenever they translated a Digimon World game, they were always worried that if it didn't say Digimon World on it, it would sell poorly. That's why, like, the Digimon Story games, especially Digimon Story, DS, and Digimon, which I think is just called Digimon Story flat out in Japan. And Digimon Story Sunburst and Moonlight are changed to Digimon World, is because they didn't want players to, they were stupid. The localizers, like, assumed, like, oh, if the kids see that it doesn't say Digimon World, they won't buy it. We don't want to confuse our buyers. We should standardize the names, even though they have different names for a reason. The only thing that needed to be standardized was that the word Digimon was in it, but localizers were very stupid back then. I say as if localizers aren't stupid now, but they're not as stupid now. So it was really just a matter of, like, they didn't just like adding the word world. They wanted all of the games to feel like they were all, like, a consistent name. Huh? What's going on? My head hurts? Oh, I was fighting Pulsa. That's why there was a Digihomom on my screen. Help me. That's debatable. What, the reason that they added world to everything? You think that it is more likely that they added the word world to every... Oh, crud, I need insect experience. To every Digimon game because they like the word world, not because they were trying to keep the brand more pure, which was a mistake. No, I mean that localizers are less stupid now than then. Oh, well, I mean... Listen, localizers were really, really bad back in, like, the early 2000s. They're still stupid now, they're just not as stupid. Like, we literally have proof because they called Digimon Story Cyber Sleuth and Hacker's Memory Digimon Story. And Digimon Story Time Stranger is also called Story. So they are literally not as stupid as they were before because they're using the right names now. They're not changing, like, it's not called Digimon World Cyber Sleuth. Yo, getting to 27 aptitude is killing me right now. I'm gonna digivolve you into Kunamon. I think one of the reasons Digimon is niche is because there's a huge variety of playstyles. I don't think that's a reason that it's niche. I also don't think that there are that many playstyles to Digimon as you're making it sound. There are really two versions of playstyles of Digimon. There's turn-based, which is story, and then there's the, like, the Tamagotchi style, like, raising system, which is the world system. There are a couple of Digimon games that like, break that mold even and do something different, but the vast majority of them fall into those two categories. You were supposed to digivolve 7 millennium ago. Do you think if Digimon released a classics collection, they would use properly translated game title names instead of the bad translated ones? I don't think that Bandai would take the time to, like, release a pack of classic games like Dawn, Dusk, etc. Because the Digimon World 1, 2, 3, and 4, or at least, like, Digimon World 1, 2... I'm pretty sure 1 through 4 are all just called that. Is that what they're called in Japanese? I know Digimon World 1 is. Digimon World... Because someone in chat earlier was saying Digimon World 4 was not called that in Japan. I think in Japan it was called, like, Digimon World, like, 4X or something? What is it? Is it just called Digimon X? Okay, it was called Digimon World X, and they changed it to 4 when they brought it to the West. But it was still called Digimon World. But they called it Digimon World X because it was based on the X virus in the X Evolution movie that came out. What about Digimon World 3? Digimon World 3 is called Digimon World 3... The Door of a New Adventure in Japan. Okay, so I think Digimon World 1, 2, and 3, and 4, they're all Digimon World games. They changed Digimon World X to be called Digimon World 4, is what they did. If they repackage, so those games are all basically the correct name anyway, so those are irrelevant to this question, in my eyes. Digimon, they repackaged the Mega Man Battle Network games, though. The Mega Man Battle Network games are more, like, they're easier to package, and they're also more marketable than the old Digimon games. You're either underestimating how much, like, nostalgia and whatnot that the Battle Network games had, or you're overestimating how much the Digimon games have nostalgia for. If they were to repackage, like, Digimon World DS, Digimon World Dawn and Dusk, etc., I do not think that they would retranslate it to say story, because that defeats the purpose of nostalgia baiting. If they were to release those older games on the purpose of it should be nostalgic, people will buy it because they played it when they were 8, they're not going to change the names back to what they should be, because then people who were 9 years old, who played Digimon World Dawn and Dusk will not know what Digimon Story... The average player will not know what Digimon Story Sunburst and Digimon Story Moonlight are. They won't know what those games are. They'll know what Dawn and Dusk are because that's the game that they bought when they were 9. That's what I think. Now, I think they could do it either way. But also, all of that being said, this is a hypothetical. I don't think they're gonna do it. I don't think they're gonna re-release. The only way that they re-release old story games is if Digimon Time Stranger sells like hotcakes. Digimon Time Stranger would have to sell insanely well. And then maybe they would be like, you know, maybe we should like repackage some of those old DS games and send those out again, see how it goes. Which I don't think they're gonna do. Being Time Stranger on PC or PlayStation? PlayStation. I buy everything on PlayStation. If there's a PlayStation option, then I get it on PlayStation. Rainbows! Bum, 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 bum. 308 Aquan experience, that's what I like to see. Alright, Minomon needs to digivolve. Why do you have so much spirit? What does this stat do? Ba-na-na-na. Man, I hope we get a release date for whatchamacallit soon. Blossomon and Kongumon. Mega Kabuterimon Red, and then Kabuterimon Dead Ends. Roachmon can become Arukenimon, Sneemon can become Mummymon. That's kind of funny. Arukenimon and Mummymon both right there side by side. Tyrannomon can become War Growlmon and Andromon. These are all, unfortunately, very common digivolutions that I'm seeing here. Like, very... I mean, Kongomon is a little weird. But, like, Mummymon, Arukenimon, Sneemon was the one I was interested in, but, like, Sneemon to Mummymon is... who cares? I love War Growlmon, and Andromon's kind of cool, but those are Digimon that you get in playthroughs, like, all the time. We might just replace the Kunamon with something else again. You need to be able to get to level 44. Your aptitude, yeah, you need to become Tortamon right now, so you need to get to level 30. What are you doing? I'll probably get Time Stranger on PS5 and Steam. I honestly probably will also get it on Steam just to give the game 2 purchases. Plus, I'm sure people will be modding it, and maybe I'll want to mess with mods at some point, even though I'm not really much of a mod guy. Aquan, 4,309. I might just get it on I'm getting it on PlayStation day of release, obviously, and then streaming it. I might just wait until Steam gives it a little bit of a sale. But I might also just buy it at full price on Steam just to support Digimon, to be honest. More Aquan Digimon! Let's go! Die. Chaos, which Warriors type game have you played that you loved the most? Hyrule Warriors, Age of Calamity, Three Hopes, or Dynasty Warriors Origins? Probably Three Hopes. Three Hopes or Age of Calamity, one of those two. I also really like the original Hyrule Warriors, but I think Age of Calamity really improved upon the formula. Tiny metal. I was a little worried for the Digimon brand after the terrible Survive game. Yeah. That's fair. I was as well. I wasn't like overly worried, but I was worried, I guess. Like I figured we would eventually get another game eventually. But I definitely thought it would be like a good while before we did. Yeah, Survive didn't sell super bad. Here's the thing. Survive did not sell poorly, to my knowledge. I was not worried that Digimon as a franchise was dead after Survive. I was worried that they would make another Survive. Because if they went from Survive to making a Survive 2, I think that could have potentially killed Digimon. In terms of video games, at least. The video game side of Digimon could have, like, died from it. I think that would have been fairly possible. You have to get to level 30. Right. Let's just do this. Let's just do this boss. Darn, my head hurts. Defeat Nightclaw. Destroy Union. Pulsa, what are you doing? Hurry, run! Pulsa, get to the gate. Ko, what are you doing here? I see. You'll pay for what you did to Pulsa. Doubt it. Yo, Rise Greymon. Rise Greymon remains one of my favorite Ultimate level Digimon. He looks so awesome. Survive would have been better if it was treated more like a Fire Emblem game instead of a slow, boring visual novel. There are many, I've talked about this ad nauseum, I'm not going to go on for it, but there are many things wrong with Survive. The gameplay was boring and bland, the story was bad, the way that they handled the different routes and the, like, changing, like, the way stuff changed depending on what you did, but actually you couldn't get the real ending unless you, like, NG plussed and played the entire game all over again. You know, most games, at least indie games in my experience, the number 2 games I'm thinking of right now are Undertale and Sea of Stars. Undertale and Sea of Stars do not make you, like, usually, whatchamacallit, Undertale can make you do it if you kill someone who's too important. But typically when you go into those games, you don't have to play the game from ground one to be able to, like, get a true ending or anything like you do in Survive. And even if you do, in the case of Undertale, like if you kill Sans or kill, not Sans, if you kill, Papyrus or you kill, Undine or whatever, and you have to, like, start the game over, it's really, like, fast to do that. It does not, like, Undertale is, like, a less than 10-hour game. Assuming you know, like, if it's your second time playing it. Playing Survive again, which is already a chore because the game is so boring, like, having to do it all from ground one is terrible. There are many things wrong with Survive. I hope that they never make another one. And also, like someone else just said, like, in a lot of games, if you look up what to do, or if you, like, get some tips, or you really know what you're doing, you can get a true ending in one run. But stupid garbage Survive forces you to NG plus the entire game again. And if you're not, like, super speeding the game and, like, skipping the dialogue and skipping the combat and all, because the combat is brain dead easy and you can just turn it to the easiest mode. If you're not doing that, Survive is like a 30-hour game. It's terrible. Terrible game. still can't believe that they marketed that game as like, your choices will matter. And there's only one choice in that game that actually matters, like, in the last third of the game, and all it does is change what of the 3 routes you get for an ending. No other choice in that game actually matters. There are some other tiny ones, like, oh, the choices you made here made it where, like, this character didn't get caught by the Dokugamon or Arukennimon or whatever, and they, like, helped you in the fight instead of being captured. Like, super minor, who cares? Terrible game. It's my loss. Can't believe I lost to Nightclaw. But even if you take over the world by force, Lightfang will never lose. We're the ones fighting for justice. What? You think justice is on your side? How can that be? All of you Nightclaw, listen to me. Don't fight with the Lightfang. Get as far away from Resistor Jungle as fast as you can. What is this? Is it the Union? I guess there's no choice. We'll have to continue this later. Lightfang will never lose to evil. Alright, peace out, nerds. Bum, 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 bum.